fragile little snowflake. What a blowhard. He's a blowhard and a snowflake. He's a blowflake is what he is. He should change the hats to say, Make America Wine Again. It's more than half of this country voted for the criminal. Still trying to figure out what happened.
I honestly think that explains the Liberals' reactions to this election perfectly.
I know this hasn't been a very uplifting speech. If it helps at all, there's one final thing I'm going to be genuinely excited for on Tuesday, and that is, if Donald Trump loses this election, he's basically finished. I know he would put us through hell. He would put us through hell before he left the stage, but when the dust settled, he'd have lost 2 elections in a row, and we would be campaigning as an 82-year-old next time. I think he'd be done. And doesn't that sound great?
It cannot be. If he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us can imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him. Take him at his word.
Are you also a lawyer?
Yeah.
I am. So you could conceivably be a great AG if this was... Because, and I say this because your moral core is magnificent.
Wow.
1 second, guys. 1 second. I need patience over here. Patience, where are you, girl? I need patience over here.
Rough day? Do you find yourself acting irrationally? Do you get mistaken as a hyena when you laugh? Or do word salads occur frequently? Now there's help. Introducing Trumpanol. Trumpanol is designed specifically for those suffering with Trump derangement syndrome. Don't allow TDS to control your life anymore. Trumpanol is fast-acting, delivering relief from the stress of campaign season. Side effects may include registering as a Republican or voting for Donald Trump. Consult with your doctor before taking Trumpanol.
Because all these people thought that Kamala Harris will win by a landslide, it's not even gonna be close, and then they end up seeing that Trump won by a landslide and it wasn't even close. But yeah, welcome back to another video of liberals going absolutely nuts, and this time it's actually getting worse and worse by the day. And from looking at some of these videos, I'm genuinely concerned for people, because some of these people are insanely unhinged, and you will see exactly what I mean in this video, because as I said, it is getting worse and worse. So yeah, let's just jump into this. And also, don't forget to subscribe if you are new, that would really help me out.
I promised myself I wouldn't get emotional, but you know what? You know what? We should be emotional. We should be upset. We should be scared and outraged. We should. Our pain matters. We matter. You matter.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, you have to be white for this to count, okay? If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you. Yeah, I know. So, has to be on the street, you and I, has to be at nighttime. During the day, not so much, but at nighttime, okay? And you have to have very white skin, and be a male.
How's everybody's nerves about this election? You know, let's say on a scale of 10 being can't think of anything else and may need some additional medication, I'm like at a 7. And I just think with all those people showing up for Kamala, I don't think it's as close as they're saying it is. I really don't. And I think that the dumpster, the hate rally manager, that guy, the orange dumpster fire, him.
I mean, am I crazy for actually believing her? Like, I genuinely think she's the type of person, and these people are the type of people that could be capable of doing what they're saying. And it's mostly because of what media told them. They told them that authoritarianism and fascism is coming, so their only instinct is just to be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let me just go and shoot people. Like, that's crazy. And also, what is it with white people, white women in general, hating their own race so much? Like, she's saying that she's gonna go around killing white people, and she is white. So how does that even make any sense? Also, there have already already been a lot of protests in major blue cities, and there was one that happened recently in Chicago, which I will show you because it's quite interesting. And as of right now, it's mostly peaceful, but I'm genuinely concerned of what could happen in the next coming months because some of these people are genuinely lunatics.
Racist, sexist, anti-gay. Donald Trump, go away.
You know what comment is found. Donald Trump, you fascist clown.
I think the robot emoji that I put in the middle of that video was very, very valid. Did she really just say racist, sexist, anti-gay? Like, do these people own something called critical thinking skills and a brain? And there's literally a full crowd of them saying that, a full crowd of people cheering that. Racist, sexist, anti-gay. I'm pretty sure during Trump's last presidency, he was one of the most pro-gay presidents in history. So them saying that is absolute NPC behavior. And I also would like to touch on the hypocrisy of a lot of people on the left, and this tweet explains it perfectly. Democrats, Donald Trump and his MAGA extremists are violent fascists. Also Democrats, we have boarded up all businesses in Washington, D.C., 99.9% Democrat population, in case there are riots if Trump wins. And looking at these screenshots is absolutely crazy because the city itself knows that they're Democrat
president who empowered his team. And when the left was relentlessly attacking me, kicking my family out of a restaurant, parents spitting on our car at our children's school, MSNBC reporters called me not even human, vile, unfit to be a mother. It was President Trump who pulled me aside, looked me in the eye, and said, Sarah, you're smart, you're tough, you're beautiful, and they attack you because you're good at your job. Now get back to work.
Trump put him through hell. Oh, gosh, what a beta loser. Talking about lefty losers, here is Mickey Rourke again proving that Mr. Mackey was right. Drugs are bad. Okay?
That, but I'm not going to go into it because I don't need another visit from the Secret Service.
When did you have one before?
Oh, about 6 months ago.
Why?
Take a wild guess.
Was it because of something you said about President Trump?
Yeah.
What did you say about him?
Just the truth.
Which is what?
Read my mind. In the White House, that lion sucker. That no good, two-faced piece. You know, he said some really nasty things about the two of us. And you know what? It's personal.
It's personal now?
And there's going to be a day when he ain't president. And we're going to bump into each other. And you're going to feel me.
You're going to give him a left hook?
What do you think?
I think you might.
A left hook.
Who raised these people?
Yeah.
Because they were not raised by anybody in my neighborhoods that I grew up, any middle-class neighborhoods that I grew up in. These people were not there. They were not raised. I mean, they weren't in the classes I went to growing up in elementary or middle or high school or college. They just weren't there. That wasn't the America I grew up in. Again, who are these people? Where are they coming from? And who raised them? And how did Donald Trump twist their point of view so much in 9 years?
Get away from my truck. Get away from my truck, a crazy lady. Please. What are you doing right now? Lady, please get away from my vehicle. I have to go to work. I'm going to go get the cops involved. Get away from my vehicle now. You cut me off.
What gives you the right to
free? This is America, and this is a free country. Get away from my vehicle, or I'm going to press charges on you. Get away from my vehicle right now and get on the road.
How are you?
I'm okay. I'm doing wonderful.
Yeah, you doing good?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You live in this neighborhood?
Doesn't matter.
You shouldn't be in this neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah. Do you have jaundice or something?
I shouldn't be in this neighborhood?
Guess what, Nazi? Go home.
All right.
You Nazi people.
All right.
Go home.
Stop shaking your hands.
Go home.
Step
Yeah,
away.
because I want to.
Step back.
You don't understand.
Step back.
That liberal population will start boiling and probably go riot violently. You know, I'm not saying they are, you know, I'm not trying to lie right now, but that's just my prediction, that's just my opinion. I think it will happen sooner or later. It's just a matter of time before the pot reaches its boiling point. And this video that I found of this guy talking about this explains what I mean very, very perfectly.
Donald Trump is not inaugurated. He's not in office. Just because he won the quote-unquote election, there's a long list of things to go. And I'll tell you what sets off my spidey senses about all of this. They are all acting fairly reasonable. And it's for one of two reasons. One, they are either terrified and they know they're fucking caught and they know that they've got to step in line or they might that's their only chance to not get held accountable. Or two, they have a backup plan to do something terrible to Trump. Now remember, these people fucking tried to kill Trump. The fact that they're calling him and saying, hey, you know, let's do this civil and shit, that's so out of character for them. It makes me think they have another plan.
And you know, I'm not saying that this guy is right or wrong. I just think something like that could happen because as we all know, from getting elected to actually becoming the president, it takes like 2.5 months. So there still is a time window where they can try doing something. And you know, these next couple months will actually be a wild ride. I genuinely don't know what to predict, but it's actually going to be pretty interesting. And you know, if you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe and notifications because what will happen in the future will truly get interesting. And you know, there must be a point in the Democrats' mind and the liberal side where they realize that the people they're calling fascists, the people that they're calling dangerous, the people that they're calling psychopaths is actually a very good description of themselves.
I say we pass a law that requires anyone who voted for that orange piece of shit to wear their Trump hat 24/7. Because conservatives are dangerous for anyone who isn't white, Christian, or male. Completely dangerous. Like dynamite waiting to go off in your hand. So I think we should all get a public service warning. Don't you?
And it's actually crazy because when you actually have conversations with these people, you genuinely cannot go through their thick skulls. You cannot reach through because there just is nothing home. It's like talking to an Elon Musk created robot, even though I'm pretty sure a robot would have more critical thinking skills than some of these people, I swear to God. And you know, I found this clip of Donald Trump talking about something, and I think he really has a good point of why the country is where it is right now. And you know, a lot of people might disagree with this or say that it's not necessary, but you know, in my opinion, if the country leans towards what Trump will say shortly, then I genuinely think it would be more peaceful, more tolerant, more inclusive.
Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country, and I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives and back into what will be again a great nation. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. There you have it. Let's make America pray again. God bless you. And God bless the USA.
Like, surely I'm not crazy for thinking that this would unite the country more, because genuinely believing in God makes you have a lot of principles, and if you follow those principles more, you will become better, you will be way less radical, and I just overall think it would be a net positive for the country. And you know, a lot of people will disagree with that, but I genuinely don't see it as a bad thing in the slightest. Like, I don't. It kind of feels like the same way as having like an LGBTQ flag everywhere, and these people chanting for LGBTQ rights, for queer rights, all of those rights, even though you literally have those rights. But instead of that, we're cheering for God. We were cheering for the beautiful nature, for the beautiful world that God has built. You know, I think that would make the country better in a lot of ways. But yeah, guys, give me your thoughts about this in the comments below. That's it from me, and yeah, I'm out.